Hey there, everyone. This is Tim Miller here with ShootEditLove.com with a few quick fall tips to get the very best color in your images this fall. Your fall may look like this right here. I have a before and after, no settings applied, on a beautiful, beautiful midsummer's foliage pathway here in a deep forest. Fall doesn't always hit the way we want it. Sometimes the leaves are there, sometimes they're not, and sometimes the colors just don't pop the way we want them to. But the families and the couples and the babies still need those beautiful fall portraits taken. This tutorial is mainly for Lightroom, and then we're going to jump into Photoshop with our people images, but this is for the landscape photographer. So say you have a beautiful scene here, you really want to adjust the entire global scene. We have lots of greens, we have the yellow coming from the sunlight in here, no reds whatsoever, no true warmth except for the yellow tones, and we have lots of heavy shade over here. Well, here's our before and here's our after, and we simply scroll down to the Hue Saturation Luminance tool. I'll refer to it as the HSL tool from here on out. And we are mainly going to be playing with our yellow and green tones. Possibly aqua if you have a favorite film preset, but again, as you can see in real time, we're pumping up those yellows. If I drag it to the right, I'm going to make it look more like Ireland. I'm going to give it that unnatural, crazy Fuji film pop. And I really just want to just drag these pretty much almost all the way to the left. And I already have a lovely fall overtone to the whole scene. But this setting, in conjunction with the calibration settings for the entire file, for the process right here at the very bottom of all your settings in Lightroom, just scroll down. We're going to play with the red primaries and the green primaries, and this is going to blow your mind for you landscape photographers. So I can really push those golden tones if I take out the reds and have a lovely golden scene, or if I adjust that red hue, I'm adding that red back in and I just get those golden tones that I want. Now let's say if I had if I had a family of 3 or 4 right here, their skin tones would be affected, their clothing would be affected, because these are global settings. So these are very heavy-handed global settings, mainly in Lightroom for, again, the landscape photographer. Unfortunately, with our adjustment brushes, we only have the white balance and tint, the color temperature and tint options that we can paint in and paint off with our tool. And I just don't get the fine-tuned feathering and edge that I want. I'm a little bit quicker in Photoshop, and I'm going to show you that tutorial now. So very simply, look at these images side by side one last time. Midsummer's day, mid-fall day. And pretty much, except for the heavy foliage, no one's the wiser. This would definitely have a few less leaves, but you know, it's our secret. I won't tell. Let's jump over to Photoshop real quick. So as you can see here, I had a little bit of work I was doing right there. We're going to grab the marquee tool or the lasso tool, because we're going to drag and get the little marching ants. This is Photoshop CC 2019 edition, but this tutorial will work. Fairly certain all the way back to at least Photoshop 6, if not sooner. So I'm going to grab the 250 feather right here, because we don't want too heavy of a bleed through, but we still want a fairly close edge around our lovely model. And this photo was taken May, June of this year. And these are summer colors. You see a little bit of backlighting with the sunlight, and so we have the marching ants, we have our lasso tool around, and we are going to right-click inverse. Now that separates her. Instead of having her selected, we now have this everything around her selected at the 250 feather. And then if you're on Mac, you want to hit Command U. On PC, it's Control U, and that will bring up our hue and saturation controls for Photoshop. And we're not going to mess with our master controls. One could, but we want to get a little more nitty-gritty with our yellows and greens. And you could also do this with the curves. I'm just a bigger fan of this. I like sliders. Seems like every time I grab a curve, I mess it up a little bit. So I like to grab the sliders here and play. So as you can see here, I want to make this a little more fall colored. So, and then you want to play, you want to see, okay, what is it affecting? Okay. So that's a lovely tone right there. We changed give some warmth and golden tones to our yellows. And then this is our greens. As we can see here, we can pump it up unnatural, or we can kind of make it look a little bit deader with the saturation tool. And also the hue. There we go. There's some more warmth. And now all of a sudden we have a slightly closer fall day to our portrait. Let's take a look here. There's our before, midsummer, and there's our slightly fall themed colors now on this close-up portrait. Again, our before and our after. And we're going to use the same technique with a few different tweaks on these other images. So let's take a look at these right now. So here's our lovely fall image. I took this of a beautiful family here. Mom and dad are kissing, little baby's looking off. This is an outtake. But right here, we have a overcast day, no heavy sunshine, no backlighting. We have a pine tree here that'll never change colors. We have beautiful golden tones right here on what I think this is a maple, golden maple. And a little bit of orange over here. A few orange tones behind. And you would say, okay, well, this is lovely. Rusty bridge, beautiful, cute little family, cute little kid. But what if we don't want this color? Well, again, we're going to select a larger feather because we're going to get real close to the family. And the larger the feather, the less the actions that we take on opposite of it is going to bleed through. So a softer edge, less bleed through. And because they're surrounded by the leaves, we're about to get real close here. So again, we just go slow, and we just want to drag around our subject matter. And you'll see here that it looks like it selected, that it didn't select them properly. But because of our 450 pixel feather, Mom's hair and skin tone isn't going to greatly change. So again, we right-click, select the inverse. So I now have everything around them selected. And again, Command B on Mac and Control U on PC.
Always scan this section.
Oh, and that is the wrong thing right there. I hit the wrong key right there. So right here, we have our yellow tones again. And now, if I want, I can have those orange tones. I can have orange or more reddish. And you can see it's not affecting them too heavy. And there's not really any green tones. There's a few green tones with that one pine tree, but it's not bad. We just want a little extra fall color there. We can look at our before and our after, and our before and after. Let's get close. Let's get close. So there's our before and after. And you can see because of the choices we made, his vest isn't changing color greatly. Her beautiful, slightly auburn reddish hair is not changing color. No major changes to our skin tones. And possibly they prefer this color of tree to the golden tree. So that's a lovely image right there. And this is a brand new image that I just took of a lovely model. Here we have backlighting. I'm using an off-camera flash. It is right before sunset. We have the sun streaming through the trees. And there is some slight fall colors behind her. She's wearing some complementing colors for fall on this lovely warm fall day. And again, we are going to get that slightly smaller feather of 250. I'm always between 250 and 400 in Photoshop, it seems like. And again, we're going to trace our model. So we just follow the body lines. And if you mess up, Control or Command Z. If you want it a little bit closer. There we go. And again, we're going to select the inverse. We don't want to affect the client or her skin tones greatly. We want to hit Command B, Control B, Control U, Command U, Control U, Command U to bring up our hue saturation tools again. And again, we have yellow tones, so we want to play with those. And look at that. That already complements her outfit choice even better. And we can, and if you do it like now we got like blueberries growing, and now we got like purple schnozberries growing. Thank you, Willy Wonka. But check that out right there. We just want to make those greens a little more brown. And that is just that just pops. That just pops right there. I love it. There's no editing done on this yet, no retouching, nothing. We have great light coming in. We have a little bit of backlighting for the hair light. I'm telling you what, I'm like the original image is a strong image. But that just a little extra polish, a little extra oomph if desired. So guys, I want to thank y'all for watching. Again, I get this question asked all the time through my editing service at ShootEditLove.com. And if I can ever be a blessing to anybody, just let me know. Hit me up for any questions whatsoever. I live in Lightroom and Photoshop, and it's my pleasure and honor to do so and help out in any kind of way, shape, or form. And be sure to post some before and afters in group. Show off those fall colors. Show off your Photoshop prowess. And this is just a very simple tip to help out in these busy fall months. And I thank y'all for watching. Have a great day.